What up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, which is going to be part 2 of the Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. I don't know. Is it a saga? It just started, but it's definitely drama, okay? Nobody wants this fight. And as usual, I'm being given death threats. Man, they even brought my girl into this one. That's why I went with the second one. I went with part 2. It's like, damn, the Big Fish Mafia is so threatened. They're so sensitive. I've been getting DMs and insults, man, just for telling the truth. I mean, it's not a non-title fight. It's not even happening at 47. Why is everybody so mad? Because we telling the truth. The Big Fish should be doing big things. What's wrong with that? Just saying, man. Just saying. Danny, what up, man? I know you ain't happy we back at the same topic.
Hello.
Hey.
It is I. We are back.
We are.
Back with another one.
Let's do it.
Yet again.
We've been around the world. You know why I felt like, again, I could come back to this? Because it's like I reached out to Keith multiple times. I reached out to Mauricio multiple times, and Mauricio hit me back. He hit me back. He's actually available tomorrow. What time, I don't know. I gave him 2 time slots, though. You know what I'm saying? I gave him 2 time slots. So hopefully we get him on either at 9:30 a.m. Eastern or 3:30 p.m. Eastern while we're right here at the Wynn Casino doing our damn thing. You know what I mean? So at least Mauricio hit us back, and we will be getting some answers. Danny, it seems like Sean Porter sent you a DM looking if you want to collab with him, because I wasn't at the barbershop. So that's about you. Feel me?
Felt that.
Was it at the barbershop where Porter told you that that'll be happening at 54?
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
Very same barbershop.
Crazy, man. That's his new thing now. He's doing like barbershop shots, right? He's doing like barbershop episodes now at all the fights.
This was you.
What you mean, me what?
This was a collab with you. It says Nez GTO of the Boxing Voice gives the best answer to who he'd choose to survive on an island with. I guess that was a talking point with you and Sean.
Okay, my bad.
When you were on his show in the past. Because you've been a guest numerous times.
Nah, yeah, no, I didn't know. I thought that was immediately something from the barbershop since you and him collaborated not too long ago.
Yeah, over the weekend in D.C. It was nice.
All right.
It was nice. But we're back. How excited are you, Ness? Not to be receiving death threats, but to be back with.
I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, I want to see if you know, the audience is gonna pick up where we left off. You know, are they gonna? You know, is the energy gonna be the same? Right? Like, are people still as upset? Have they had time to think? You know, will new information be released? I'm sure Mauricio, I'm not the only one hitting him up. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'm not the only one trying to get in touch with him. So hopefully during this show, we could get even more answers. You know, possibly Coppinger follows up. What you smile about? What you got going on over there?
Nah, the chat. The chat's just funny, that's all.
What is the chat saying?
Oh, a lot of things, chat.
Yeah, a lot of things. Well, April, man, I'm just, I don't know how to think, man. I don't know how to feel about this because, you know, you got your Canelo pay-per-view. You got your Usyk Fury pay-per-view. You got your Tank Ryan pay-per-view. You got your Benavidez Plant pay-per-view. Am I missing any? Like, that's a lot, man. That's March. 2 in March with the Usyk and with the Caleb.
That's March, Usyk Fury?
I mean, that was targeted, right?
Okay.
That was the targeted talk about this, I want to say. Then you got, obviously, April, Tank Ryan.
Right.
Now we got Keith and Earl.
Correct. That's 2.
And then you got Cinco de Mayo, Canelo and Rada. What else is out there? Is there any other?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. But, I mean, very similar to last year, champ.
How so?
I mean, we had 2 pay-per-views in May last year. We had 2 in April, and we had 1 in March. You know? Different networks. Still a fuck ton of pay-per-views early on, though.
Yep.
You know, and let's not forget January, you had 2. February, you had what? You had at least 1 in February of last year.
Mm-hmm. No, we had the Charles Martin, February 1st.
That was January 1st.
Excuse me, January 1st, yes.
I feel like there was a second pay-per-view in January. I can't remember. No, there was not, but there wasn't, but there was 1 in February, another 1 in March, 2 in April, 2 in May.
For sure.
So,
a lot of pay-per-views, man.
yeah, not much different.
A lot of pay-per-views. I mean, are you okay because this caliber of pay-per-views are greater?
I mean, I think it kind of depends on the card. You know what I'm saying? Some cards are worth it, some cards are not. You know, last week was a heavy A-side card. You know, I think if it wasn't, I don't know that a lot of people would have been as happy, even though you do have a major draw and attraction in the main event. You know, we look at last year, February, Keith Thurman, Mario Barrios. The card was not the strongest.
That wasn't worth pay-per-view. That's what I'm saying. They're doing it too much. That's why I'm saying it's time for us to take a stand. They just giving us anything on pay-per-view. You know, we talking about dudes coming off losses, pay-per-view. Dudes coming off accidents, pay-per-view. Dudes coming off injuries, pay-per-view. Why can't we get dudes coming off knockout wins in fights we want on pay-per-view? These guys are they just getting carried away, man. It's time to put down your foot. That's all. But we got callers. Let's get these phone lines open.
You know, I think that, you know, they should try the best to only do pay-per-view for the big
fights.
The big fights, yes.
The fights that actually mean something. You know, like when you're, I don't know, making history by defending 3 belts. Because you can't make history for fighting at 54 with no belt. There's no significance there. There's nothing to write in the history books. I don't know, man. Very sad. But we got Nizza in Philly. What up?
What up, OG? I seen they got y'all hot, man, that y'all had to come back and talk about it some more.
Oh, yeah. We ain't going to get our foot off their neck. They going to have to put this shit on free TV.
Yeah.
I told y'all, see,
hey,
the
bro,
thing is that
man.
people are jumping the gun, right? They said it'll be on a PBC pay-per-view. This very well could be a split-site situation. We've seen it done before with
man, Earl ain't on nobody's undercard.
Who was
man.
it? Who was it? Mayweather and who?
Canelo.
No. But Mayweather versus who?
Robert Guerrero, maybe? And Canelo versus Mosley?
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Canelo is Canelo. So maybe you're right, though. Because Earl can pull some numbers in terms of ticket sales.
I mean, who else is doing stadium fights, you know?
Yeah, no, he could pull numbers in terms of ticket sales, but not pay-per-view. So to do a split pay-per-view, split site pay-per-view.
I mean, what are his past? I mean, outside of Tank, he's probably done the second best.
Well, there's been a trajectory. It's downward. He started high and he's going down. So if we got a graph, he's up here and now he's down here because he started up
So
here
who's doing
at
better?
345.
Who's doing better?
And now he's down here like at 225, 275.
So who's doing better than that?
Canelo.
Yeah, I'm talking on that side of the street, though.
What side?
You know, the PBC side.
Oh, Jake Paul.
Right.
Jake Paul did 500 a couple of times.
I didn't know he was with Al.
Yo, Showtime. That side of the street, right?
But,
Jerron is on that side of the street.
For sure. Yeah, he is. True. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hearing you talk about it, there's definitely a lot of reviews because you even forgot about the Taylor Catterall. That's in March too.
And wow, that's pay-per-view?
April too?
There's no way that fight is on pay-per-view. You got to be kidding me, right? Like you didn't read that, right?
That ain't on pay-per-view.
No, that's fine. Well, Catterall Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's pay-per-view.
Okay, yeah. So why you brought that up? That don't matter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my bad.
As long as it don't affect our pockets, we good.
Ain't what?
Right. Ain't AJ fighting in April too? Well, supposedly.
Yeah, but that won't be pay-per-view. That'll be the zone. It's still $10, $20 a month though, because they went up. My shit costs $150 a year now.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, but no, I'm with you, man. Just like out of all, like kind of what you were saying, like out of all the fights that's coming like this first quarter, it's kind of like you said, it's disappointing just because it ain't no belt. So it's like, I mean, what are we really doing? Like you've been saying,
it's A-side shit. Listen, it's A-side shit. What did Calvin Ford tell me?
100%.
What did Calvin Ford tell me? That the belts don't mean nothing, and that's what Earl's showing you. That the belts don't mean nothing. Why did Calvin tell me that? Because I said, Calvin, why wouldn't you make Tank make weight for 130 so he could be a 5 times champ? What? Why are we going to do that? Belts don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, fuck it then.
Ryan said the same shit too.
I mean,
belts don't mean nothing.
And it's crazy because
apparently,
even if he felt that way, or even if he feels that way, I would have been like, why would I? My response would have been simple. Why would I go down in weight when my next fight is up, is higher in weight? Why would I do that to my fighter body? You know?
Yeah, that sounds better than just saying the belts don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like even that, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, Ring Walk. Even that just sounds better than just saying the belts don't matter.
Right, but that's the reality in some cases.
For sure. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. That's all I had to say. I appreciate y'all as always.
All right, Chan. Appreciate the call.
Nizza, thank you for calling in. Philadelphia, stand up. Obviously, we talking the breaking news that is Keith Thurman and Errol Spence finally getting in the ring together. The shocking part, it's at 154. The 3 welterweight titles that Errol Spence has will not be on the line. And, we're going to...
per Michael Coppinger's report.
Per Michael Coppinger. Per Michael Coppinger. Hopefully, Mike is wrong because of the backlash. And believe that, if all of a sudden Mike is wrong, it will be because of the backlash.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you don't think so? You don't think they would have? They're gonna hear everybody mad, everybody saying they still in this motherfucking fight.
No, I'm just saying maybe he just dropped the ball.
Oh, so we gonna blame Mike?
I'm not blaming Mike. Maybe this is at 54. I'm just saying per Mike. You know what I'm saying? Not per PBC, not per Earl, per Mike. That's all
I hear you. I hear you, man. I hear you. Let's see. In the 909, looking like we got Big Nino the Boss.
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, you asked, do we still got the same energy from earlier? I definitely do. A nigga Earl on some bullshit right now. He holding up the whole division. He should have been dropped the belts if he gonna move up to 154. The nigga going up to 154, the fight is mandatory, who at 47. Then he gonna expect me to believe he finna go back down to 47 to fight Bud, and then possibly have to fight Thurman. Come on, man, get out of here with that shit, dog. You need to let go of the belts, or he need to fight Thurman at 47 for the belts. nigga been playing around this whole time. He been holding, well, him and Bud been holding up the division, not fighting. But now he on some bullshit. I feel like Bud did the right thing by fighting Avenesian now, because it just seemed like Earl on some bullshit trying to flex his goddamn muscle. And I feel like if he ain't gonna fight him at 47, he shouldn't be fighting the motherfucker at all. And Thurman should petition that shit or whatever he got to do to make sure he get his title shot. Because ain't no, like you said, like, what the fuck happened if Thurman win at 54? That's gonna fuck everything up. So like I said, bro, this shit is pointless. That shit shouldn't be pay-per-view. Like, why we gonna pay pay-per-view for a non-title fight when the motherfucker supposed to be fighting for the titles at 47? Come on, bro. This shit is all capped, like you said earlier. And everybody gonna have the same energy. You gonna have them, like you said. The nigga called earlier. Nigga said you wanna sign your fish titty. The motherfucker said sign both of them. I'm like, bro, this shit is ridiculous, dog. These niggas just wanna dick ride all day and don't wanna speak the truth. And that's all I got.
All right. Thanks for calling in. So we got some more information, and this is exactly why we went with this topic twice, because the backlash will cause a reaction. For every action, there's a reaction. So they announce it, we react. We react, they react, right? And it's saying here the boxing scene has learned that the plans are in place. And this is to confirm for Danny, who thought it was a possibility that this wouldn't be pay-per-view. Boxing scene is a second. This is Keith Eidick, a second reporter now, confirming that it's a pay-per-view. He goes on to say,
I never said it wasn't.
No, you questioned. You said, where does it say it?
And
I had to find an article for you, and now this is a second
That
one.
was 6 hours ago.
I know. I'm just saying there are people like you that believe it may not be pay-per-view. We're making sure that they know the reports are indicating it is pay-per-view. Okay, so it says the WBA, WBC, and IBF welterweight champ Errol Spence and former unified titleist Keith Thurman to meet in April clash to headline a pay-per-view. Headline. So again, not what Danny was assuming and, putting another narrative, that the possibility of this somehow being a split site with Tank and him and Tank, and we paying for 2 pay-per-views at the price of one. No, that's not true. And I'm not saying you were saying it was, but it was an insinuation. It was, a hope that I would have liked, but it's not true. He's headlining. Unless now you want to say that Tank will get on his undercard and split-sided.
I mean, he could be headlining in Dallas, but Tank is headlining here.
Okay, die on that sword.
I'm just saying, I'm just speaking of things that have happened that could reoccur.
Absolutely. And it says that the fight was previously ordered, obviously, at the convention that me and Danny went to in November in Acapulco. However, Spence is not going to have any of the 3 titles like Michael Coppinger already reported. Another sanctioning body had to grant approval for the fight to move forward under current conditions. WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza confirmed to Boxing Scene that representatives for Spence, not Thurman, representatives for Spence sought approval to take the non-title fight. The WBA conditionally approved the request with the resolution of the matter still to be submitted to all involved parties. So it's conditionally approved. Still someone can contest according to this. While none of his titles are at risk for the still discussed fight with Thurman, Spence will be required to next defend his crown versus the winner of the currently proposed Emencius Stenonius versus Virgil Ortiz WBA regular welterweight title. The lone exception to be granted will be if Spence secures an undisputed championship showdown with the WBO titleist Terrence Buck Crawford. Though such plans will carry a 60-day deadline to secure the deal before the mandatory fight is ordered. Now, I just want Keith and his team to hear this. Hear me. Look at what they're doing. Spence if he wins, gets to negotiate with Crawford. Spence, if he wins, has to fight Stenonius and Virgil. Keith, what if you win? What do you get? Because you don't get none of them belts. I mean, to allow this is just ridiculous. Now, Spence was previously due to next face Stenonius after previous plans collapsed for a super fight with Crawford. Okay? So, WBA, we know, stands for what benefits Al. Stenonius is not with Al. He's with Shelley. He's the mandatory. Oh, no. Stenonius is the mandatory. That don't benefit Al. Let Stenonius fight Virgil. That benefits Al. That's a roadblock. Get him out the way. Okay, he's out the way now. Damn, how else could we help Al? Oh, shit, all right. Let's get this guy out the way, too. Because this is all that we see happening. You know? Stenonius got to fight Virgil for whatever reason when Virgil was the motherfucking #1 at the WBO. So the WBA says, oh, you don't want to fight Crawford because that's a tough fight. You want to come rock with us. You kind of popular. We going to let you rock with us. Come on. Fuck that you was #1 over there. This is exactly why my producer feels that if you skip over your shot, you should be dropped from the top 15. Because how you going to say no to Crawford but come over here and try to get a fight on a high level? Nah, man. But we're going to get to some callers. We got Zan in Florida. What up?
Yeah, it's the same energy from the first time around, man. I see we all coming down on Spence. I see we coming down on Spence because the position he in, he made the jump to 154. But I'm asking, where is the accountability, man? Where is the accountability? So we got Terrence Crawford re-signing with top-ranked guy Bob Arum when he was on record saying Crawford is not worth the money. This is when Crawford was chasing the Spence fight, right?
Champ,
So
that's really what you about to do. You really about to go back to when Crawford, he's literally a free agent, not with a promoter, doesn't have a fight schedule, and you about to go all the way back. So you saying Crawford didn't face accountability? You saying Crawford's name wasn't smeared through the mud when we was clowning him? Did he re-sign? He wasn't being called a duck for re-signing?
I was all over YouTube, bro. I was all over YouTube, bro. Nobody was blasting this man. Nobody was talking about not paying for pay-per-views for
You must be new to the show, man. You must be new to the show, champ.
Yeah,
you must be new to the show.
That's impossible.
You must
that's
not.
Impossible.
You must not heard the back and forth between Michael Gross defending Terrence Crawford's name.
No. How about you tell me what you searched on YouTube so I can search it right now live and screen share? Go ahead, tell us what you searched that you can't find.
What you mean I can't find?
You said you couldn't find. You said you couldn't find no channels talking about Terrence, right? So what is the exact search term so I can find it for you?
Bro, I'm saying when the shit popped off, bro. I'm saying when the shit popped off. But scratch that. Since that's so old and that's so back there, let's talk about the recent shit with the man fighting a nigga not ranked in the top 5. So we gonna bash Spence, right? We gonna bash Spence when he negotiated with Terrence Crawford, the best fighter in the world, for 6 months, and let David Avanesian's team tell it. The man was negotiating with David Avanesian a month into Spence negotiations, so he was negotiating with both guys, right? So we're not gonna say this nigga had all his apples in one basket. If you negotiating like the biggest fight in boxing, why the fuck are you negotiating with a nigga not in the top 5 alongside it?
Champ, I'm not.
No accountability, bro.
Champ, you asking, like, you know what you're doing doesn't sound right to the 500 people watching, right? Because here what you're doing. You're asking us to have Crawford have some sort of accountability when, A, the topic is about Earl, B, it is Earl asking the WBC and the WBA for a pass not to defend his belt, and it is C, Earl moving up to a totally different division to fight a non-champion when Crawford moved up before Jeff Horn, champion. Your man moving up fighting a welterweight.
We gonna act like Spence ain't on record for saying, hey, man, I got 1 or 2 fights at 147 because I've been killing my fucking body for years.
So why are you fighting at
so
54?
You want this man to go fight
so why are you
another,
fighting at 54?
So he can save the last fight for Crawford.
So
why would you kill yourself to make the weight again if you already on record
so your logic right now in front of the world, because this is recorded for life and it's live. Your logic is he can't make the weight, so he gonna move up to not make the weight so that he could somehow come back down to make the weight. Yeah, champ, let me get to some other callers, man. Let me get to some other callers, man. Like, I don't really
mean, my nigga. Exactly.
Huh?
Excuses, bro. You this nigga defense attorney, bro.
What you
Fuck
mean?
out of here.
But tell me what you mean. You saying the dude can't make weight, but he gonna move up to come back down. I mean, help me understand that. How does that help him? Okay. David Maldonado, what's up?
What's up, next?
Hold on, David. David, we're gonna give you time. Hold on, and then I want to say, as far as the whole, he said that Evanesian wasn't top 5. He wasn't. He was number 6, right? So what Terrence Crawford did defended his title, something that's not being done in this fight. And if you want to talk about rankings, at least he fought somebody ranked. Keith Thurman is not ranked at 154 pounds. So he's fighting an unranked guy, a nobody at 154. David, how you doing, sir? Carry on.
I'm doing good, man. Like I said, bro, I knew about this already. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Spence is being petty right now. I really firmly believe he's doing this because he promised that he wasn't going to give Crawford a shot. Thurman a shot. So being that he's not giving Thurman a shot, he really means he ain't giving him a shot at the title. And that's messed up because if Thurman wins, he's not in no position. However, if Thurman does win, it's a big name. But it's corny, man. It's just corny how it's going down. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still going to pay
fight
for it.
Fight fans need to wake up, right? Because they so busy trying to defend Errol. So, and that's only because they think he's an amazing fighter, and that's okay.
I'm not defending
But what if the unthinkable happens? What if he loses? We lose the Crawford fight. And we don't get the Crawford-Thurman fight now. You get that?
That fight ain't going to happen anyway, bro. That fight ain't going to happen. First of all, they're already saying that Spence got to defend against the winner of Ortiz and whatever his name is. And I don't even know if that's going to happen. Because Ortiz is not even – he's on the other side of the fence. I'm tired of it. They need to strip Errol Spence of the belt and hand one of them belts to Jerron Ennis so we can start a new era in the welterweight division, because I'm tired of the bullshit. I don't care about the fight no more. I don't. I'm more excited for Tank and Ryan. I'm more excited for Devin and Lomachenko. I'm more excited to see what's going to happen with Tio, Shakur, the young guys, and Benavidez and Plant. I don't care about Crawford and Spence no more, bro. I'm going to watch the fight because it's still going to be an interesting fight, but it's corny how he's moving, man. He's not putting his belts on the line. Come on, man. And not for nothing, that's a narrative that Thurman was ducking Spence, because Spence at the time was a prospect. Thurman was a champion, chasing big fights with Floyd, unification with Danny Garcia, but he's ducking a prospect. It don't make no sense, man. That's my call.
All right. Number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion. Right here, Voice of the People
hotline.
That's right. And I quote, as for Spence, all that matters for now is landing the, as for Thurman, all that matters now is landing the Spence fight itself, regardless of the stakes. I'm aware and I'm on board, Thurman said in a message passed along to boxing scene through his team. So, yeah. And that's crazy because that was a message from the team. He ain't even answered directly. He locked in. I guess he's just going to take this opportunity to try and, what is it? Tables turn? Tables turn. Let's see who we got. We going out to Florida. This looks like Florida in the 813. Who we got? 813. This is Alan. What up?
What's up, guys? I just heard the news. How you guys doing? How you doing, Nash? How you doing, Danny?
Straight. How you feeling?
Can't complain.
Yeah, man. I was just on that one song, Champside. They were on live last night. There was so much Thurman haters, man. Insane. Man, how is everyone complaining when Crawford just fought a guy that nobody knew? And, nobody was complaining this hard.
I mean, Crawford didn't decide not to defend his belts.
Nah, man, I don't care about all that, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's too much hate on this fight for no reason,
So you don't
man.
care that a man didn't defend his belts and that he's asking for a voluntary.
And how are we hating on Thurman?
Well, not you guys in general. Like what I've seen in the chats and other channels,
What that got to
It's
do with
not right.
us? I don't know. Actually, I don't.
No, because I hear Ness complaining really hard about Thurman. Oh, why we got to make this fight happen? Like,
I mean,
come
at
on,
54,
man.
he's a mandatory. Why would you not fight for the
Thurman,
belt?
who put himself in position to be mandatory for the title at 47, not want that
Opportunity.
and instead want something that he ain't getting? I mean, he ain't like he's getting paid. You feel me? But now he's still the mandatory at 47. So he did that for what exactly?
And I'm sure Mauricio, if he loses, he's gonna lose his spot. You know that. That's gonna be the cover up.
I guess those are the facts, man. But and all out to the side, just thinking about the fight, I got Thurman winning the fight. I got Thurman on that one.
So now you should feel even worse for Thurman.
Yeah, because now he won't become unified champ again. He won't get the big fight with Crawford.
Like I said, yeah, skipping all that stuff to the side, like I'm just thinking about the fight, them throwing hands and all that. But all that stuff, yeah.
Bro,
man,
but that's what I'm saying. Think about the fight. Think about the fight with 3 titles on the line in the division that both guys have reigned in for their entire career.
It would be really good, man.
Okay.
It would be amazing. I could. So that you're saying that to me because that's what the people are talking about. Like that's what they're mad about. That's what you're saying.
I mean, like, bro, like I'm just saying that's the division that he's championing, that he holds 3 titles in. That's the division that Keith Thurman is mandatory to fight him in. So make it make sense. That's all.
That's my call, guys. Take it easy, man.
All right.
Appreciate the call, champ.
Let's see who is next. We got a few callers. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Brand new caller, Newark, New Jersey. Who's this?
Hey, how you doing, Ness? Gentlemen, this is Karate Malik from Brick City, Newark,
Karate?
New Jersey.
Malik?
Malik.
All
That's
right.
me. The one and only. And my thoughts, like, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm a diehard Spence fan. I like Spence. But I think this whole thing with the Spence Crawford, I think it's been a circus from the rip. You know what I mean? Crawford had an opportunity many times. And Bob Arum exposed him, told people on how Crawford was very hard to negotiate with, how Crawford doesn't like to do promotions, how he expects for everybody to do with his job as, a fighter when it comes down to doing the promos and the appearances and traveling and so on and so forth. Like, he don't want to do none of that. But he wants to get this astronomical pay. Now, we talk about how Crawford is doing what he's doing, but then he'll speak Floyd's name out of his mouth, right? But Floyd was the master of promoting fights to make you want to pay your money to either see him win or lose. Now, my whole point in with this is, like, with Crawford, he had the opportunity. He was telling everybody how he wants
to fight Spence, and then he wants to move up to 54 and fight Charlo. He was saying all of this stuff. But then you're at the negotiation table, and you're negotiating 2 fights at the same time, but you're not letting the other people know that you're negotiating. That, to me, that's not fair practice. You agreed to everything. Now, something that I just heard, these are words out of Crawford's mouth. I agreed to everything, but then you go fight a David Avenesia? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, Spence fighting Thurman at 154, I'm like, when I heard the news today, I'm like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. But then on the flip side of everything, I could kind of understand why he wants to fight Thurman at 54.
Why?
Because simply when he was trying to get his shot, when he won the IBF title from, Thurman said all of this stuff, get a belt, blah, 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 blah. Then he ducked him.
So let me ask you one question.
I'm listening.
The same thing Thurman told Earl to do, get a belt. Didn't Earl tell Crawford to do?
Did you hear those words come out of Spence's mouth?
So Spence ain't telling him to get a belt? Spence ain't telling him to get a belt. And when he got the belt.
Yes or no.
So, okay. So did Spence say, okay, so what about this? Did Spence say, I'm going to clean up my side of the street first?
That's what he said.
Okay. Did he not clean up his side of the street? Did he not clean up his side of the street after Ugas?
Absolutely.
So what we waiting for?
Absolutely.
Why are we waiting?
Now that's the question that you need to ask Terrence Crawford now.
How we got to ask Terrence Crawford?
They were at the negotiation table.
Brother, is Earl fighting Terrence or he fighting Keith in a fight that don't make sense for no belts
because let me
on pay-per-view?
Let me tell
Earl
you,
is fighting.
if Earl was fighting Keith at 47, it would just be what the world was anticipating for months.
It would be what was mandated by the WBC. It would be his mandatory, like Velasquez was to Crawford. What your man is doing is some bullshit.
And I'm not disagreeing with you on that, Ness. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I think that this is a personal thing between.
Yeah, but you should not be okay. You should not be okay that your pockets is about to be affected because somebody want to do some personal vendetta shit. When the truth of the matter is, I lived in this sport when Spence was coming up. There was physically no time ever in life that Spence and Keith could afford. Spence need to stop lying to the world, pick up the phone, call Al and say, why the fuck you never sent Keith an offer? Why the only offers on Keith's table was Sean Porter and Danny?
You don't like Spence, do you?
No, I like the truth.
Yes, I asked you a question.
I'm answering. I like the truth.
So the truth is Errol Spence.
You right. So I answered you. But I also like the real truth. Like not lying. Like telling the actual truth. Like, okay, I beat Kell Brook when he moved up 2 divisions to fight a dude at 60. I didn't give him a tune-up like I'm telling the world I need one because I got in a car accident. I forced him to fight me even though he was begging the IBF for extensions. I fought him even though I knew his face was coming off of surgery and he had a metal plate in his orbital bone. I beat him. I took that, and I was never in position to fight Keith because Danny was always bigger than me, always sold more tickets than me, and Sean was always bigger than me. I had to make my name. Now my name is made. Now I'm the big fish. So I was lying, y'all, when I said I was mad at Keith. I was mad at the situation, that I wasn't the big fish yet. That's just the truth.
I don't know about that.
All right, well, tell me where I'm lying. Tell me where I'm lying. Tell me where in the timeline I'm lying.
First off, first off, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
First off, you asked me about did Spence say to Crawford, get a belt and I'll fight you? Never said that. I never heard him say that.
Okay.
You heard him say that?
Okay, you won. What's next?
Yes or no?
No, you won. You won.
Yes.
You won.
Right. Okay. Now, here it is, Crawford, twice signed back with Bob Arum.
So we going back into time. Are we in the DeLorean or are we in the hot tub time machine? Which one we in? Because I thought we was talking about talking about the questions we was asking each other and the answers we looking for.
Well, in essence, you are absolutely correct. Because I do think it's bullshit that Spence is fighting Thurman at 154
for
instead of 147.
For $80.
I do think that's bullshit.
For $80. Make sure you say it at the top of your lungs. For $80.
For $80? Well, between you and I have a fire stick, but I still purchase the fight. But I have a fire stick too. I'm just saying.
So does Spence from what Crawford says.
I'm just saying.
So does Spence from what Crawford says.
Oh, man.
Hey. But look, he's selling out gates. I mean,
you know what he ain't doing? You know what he ain't doing? He's selling out gates, but he ain't spinning that block. He ain't spinning that block.
Because, hold up, Ness.
You know who he's spinning the block
with?
You know he's spinning the block with Thurman, the dude he said he wouldn't fight. Remember he said he wouldn't fight him? Now he fight him. He spun the block.
Ness.
He spun the block with Thurman.
We're talking
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Oh, shit. I thought he was lying. He spun the block with Thurman.
I'll let you speak. Hear my words now. Hear my words. Now, the negotiation is Spence wins, right? He has 60 days to negotiate a fight with Crawford, correct? Am I right or am I wrong?
Hey,
I don't hear you, Ness.
I'm right here, brother.
All I see you is laughing right now.
I don't know what you want me to tell
All I see
you.
you is laughing right now, Ness.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
You.
You want me to be happy that we paying for a non-title fight at 54 for $80.
I asked you a simple question, Ness.
What was that?
I said, if he wins this fight with Thurman, he has 60 days to start negotiating with Terence Crawford. Mm-hmm. Right or wrong?
Mm-hmm. And if he don't do that, he got to fight Virgil Stanoni as winner.
So why can't we see the fight? Terence Crawford got BLK behind him. Spence got
and then he also got 4 months to fight Boots in that time. And then he gonna have to fight Keith again. And then he gonna have to fight Keith again too. Let's,
Why? Why is he gonna have to fight Keith?
Because Keith the mandatory.
First off, let me just say this: that fight is not going the distance.
What that got to do with him being the mandatory?
On TV,
you talking about a super welterweight fight?
Listen. Do you think Keith, after Spence knocks Keith out, do you think Keith is going to want to fight him again?
No, he's still going to be his mandatory. Just like,
it's a check.
And I think Spence wins that fight. Look, listen. You ain't listening. So look, just like Keith, and I think Spence wins, by the way. So just like if Keith knocks Errol out, Errol would still be the 3-belt unified champion.
Negative.
So you think he won't be the champ?
Now, listen, we can't go back and forth. I do got to guess. Brandon squeezed in Marvin Samodio, head trainer.
Talking about negative.
We're going to take a quick intermission and get to this Kenichi Bear promo. Make sure you get them Hibernation 5s to support the show. Get the best headphones on the market while we get head trainer Marvin Samodio on the show. What's going on, Marvin? How are you?
Hello, what's up?
Oh,
Yeah, here, just waiting, training.
oh man, thank you. Also, you pulled over to do the interview. We appreciate you taking out the time. Marvin Samodio joining us here on today's show. Obviously, you're the head trainer for Mantis Thenonius, correct?
Yes.
So the welterweight division has been buzzing since yesterday with the announcement that Errol Spence is moving to 154 pounds to fight Keith Thurman in a non-title fight. What's your thoughts on that announcement?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it yesterday, but we don't really care because we have our own opponents now. It was just frustrating. It's almost a year now that we've been waiting.
But you were supposed to, well, your fighter was supposed to fight Errol Spence originally, and he was given Errol the opportunity to negotiate with Terrence Crawford. That fight didn't happen, and then the WBA mandates your fighter to fight Virgil. How'd you feel about that? Because I feel like that's a roadblock.
Yeah, it was. Of course, it was very disappointing. But for me, whoever they're gonna put in front of my fighter, I just have to prepare him. And we don't have power outside, outside training. Of course, it's frustrating that we missed our chance. But now that we have our own opponent, because we don't have, we don't choose. We just want to fight. We just want to keep busy and keep fighting. But that big opportunity, we missed it. But it's okay. We are here. We've been training. Imanta's been in shape, and now we had bad news too about his health. But he'll be back very soon.
So what exactly took place? All we know is he was in a hospital bed. I think it was, an appendix? His appendix burst or something?
Yeah. So he called me after the following day. I heard it in the news first, and it was an emergency. So he called me the following day, and he was okay. He said the doctor said it's not that bad because he found out right away. So maybe 1 month he'll be ready for training again.
So the fight has been pushed back 1 month to April?
I hope so. We don't have the final news yet, the final agreement yet, but I hope they're gonna move it a little bit, longer.
So has he been restricted to the hospital bed, or is he already able to walk around?
I saw him. He posted on his story. Then I messaged him I saw him. He was walking already on the treadmill, and I said, "Take it easy, because we don't want that to get worse." And he said, "Yeah, I'm taking it slowly." And I told him, "If there's something bothering you, please stop right away. Be patient."
Did that injury occur during sparring or training, or how did that injury occur?
No, he's been training. He's in shape. He spars once in a while, but it just happened. He said, I know him. He never said no. You have to, stop him because sometimes he overdoes it. So when he complains something, it means it's real. He said he can't endure the pain anymore, so he went straight to the doctor, to the hospital.
So what's your thoughts on Virgil Ortiz? Actually, I want to take you back to the Butayev fight. How much film study did you do for that fight, and did you feel it was extremely necessary or not?
Yeah, we had to watch the fight. We see his habits, his strength, and Butayev is a very good fighter. It's very difficult to fight him because he have these tactics that
dirty tactics. Don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid. He cheats. Dirty tactics.
No, it's part of the game. Cheating only when you get caught. When
Let's go.
Come
you're
on.
cheating. You're cheating.
I
but
like
if
that.
the referees don't say anything about it, We gotta fight. We gotta find way to win the fight.
Oh man,
That's it. You know.
I don't know. That guy
So
hits
we
behind the
can't really
head. You got to
say
be
if people
careful.
are cheating. Yeah, it's part of the game. If there's no warning, then keep doing it. But if you're a clean fighter, then it's up to you if you want to do it. But if you're the one that in trouble, so you gotta find way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the game.
So did you? I mean, obviously, I guess that's a bad question. I was going to say, did you see any flaws in the Kavaliauskas fight? But would you be at liberty to say yes or no to that, or are you keeping it to the chest?
Like, you mean flaws for Virgil or this?
Specifically in the Kavaliauskas fight.
Yeah, no, like style. It's different style. Maybe Kavaliauskas landed that right hand because of his style. And we have our own style. We don't know what's gonna land. But we're working on it. We're working on our strength for this future fight.
How much of Stenonius's jab did you have to do with, or did he come to you already with that pretty amazing jab? He's got a very good jab, don't you think?
Yeah, he showed up. He's very talented. I noticed that in sparring. I just have to remind him. Now he's been working on it and he's very effective. And that's like one of the keys for his fight to win. So the jab is, I think, is the best.
What are some of your goals in this sport? Obviously, you came up under Freddie Roach, and you're starting to make your own name. You have your own fighters now. Any goals that Marvin Somodio has as a head trainer that he wants to accomplish?
I have a very good relationship with my fighters. I care for them as they care for me. My goal is like, to make the fighter successful, because once they become successful, I'll be successful too. So first, I care so much about the fighters, which is, that's the reason why they train with me. Of course, I have family. I need to take care of my family, and boxing is my way of doing it. So my dream is, of course, to become like one of the best in the world also. But we'll see. I'm just working. I keep working hard, and just like the fighters, I endure pain. I get tired too, but all for the fighters. If they win, I win.
Marvin,
how old are you, Marvin? Sorry, Danny.
I'm 39. I just turned 39.
You look young, man.
Next year, my life begins. This coming November.
Let's go. Marvin, I wanted to know, what would you say is your biggest takeaway after all those years under that Freddie Roach tutelage, obviously all those training camps alongside Manny Pacquiao? What was your biggest takeaway?
No, I was grateful. I'm very thankful that Freddie gave me the opportunity to work with those fighters, best fighters. Actually, when I came to Freddie, I learned, I guide, I help him train his fighters, but the thing is, the fighters are the reason why I learn more. The fighters are the one who's teaching me, especially Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Coro. So I started from top, and I had to start from the bottom. So it's I'm very, very thankful for that. And Freddie is great.
For sure. So what's your thoughts on Errol Spence at 54? Do you think that he'll be able to come back down to 47?
Maybe, fighters, they'll do everything, as long as the price is right. That's what I think that's the main reason.
Yeah.
But of course, he's getting older. The body's getting, the bone getting harder, stronger. So it's a little bit difficult. But I think he never missed weight, so I think he'll make weight at 147.
Marvin, I gotta be a straight up guy and say I thought Gary Russell won. But that being said,
for who?
Mark Maxiago.
Against Mark? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's your thought, But win is a win. I mean, if we have judges, like when my fighter lost, then that's it. It's over. There's nothing you can do with it. Just move on and get better next time.
So
But
in a situation like that, though, with a world champion like a Mark Moxayo, let's as a champion, especially in a state like Nevada, they have things in place. So let's say he goes out there. What if you think he won? The judge says no. Are you not gonna contest it? Are you not gonna put up a fight?
Again, my job is to train the fighters. If there's something going on about legal matters, I leave it to the management.
Yeah, you're saying you specifically, not as a team.
Yeah, I am. I'm just I stick to my job. I am not a manager. I am not a promoter. So to be good with what you're doing, you got to stick with what you do best. That's my opinion. Yeah.
I like that.
But Gary Russell is a great fighter, of course.
So
if he can win the fight, but it was a very close fight.
So right now, obviously, so you're still working, obviously, with Mark. You still got Victor over there?
Mm-hmm.
Still got Victor. Who else do you have over there, Coach?
Right now, I have a new guy. He's fighting on 27. He's signed with Tom Loeffler. I got Umar Chambikov. He's from Austria. He's light heavyweight. He's a very good fighter. I have Mercito Gesta. We're supposed to fight Ryan Garcia, but
what happened with that? What happened with that?
That sucks, man. That was life changing.
Yeah, I know. I was very disappointed, but again, this is boxing. Anything can happen. They signed the contract. That's what I believe. They told me they signed the contract and then changed their mind. So what can we do?
What are your thoughts now? We just saw Gervonta fight this past weekend, and it looks like now him and Ryan will be facing each other. In April, given that you have no stake in the fight, just your thoughts as a trainer and as a fight fan.
Say it again. Ryan
and Tank
versus
Gervonta.
It's a 50-50 fight. I like both of them, but we'll see. We're just gonna watch. And,
we got.
Say it again.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it's they have their own team, so maybe they're doing something that to confuse someone, the other team. So we can't really say anything about them.
I got a couple more questions here from the people. Ruin the 504, which is New Orleans, says, any word on who Mark Maxiago is facing next?
Right now, we're just training. There's no solid opponent or date for him yet, but he's ready anytime.
New York Bullet in New York says, what was it you learned most as a trainer during your time with the legendary Manny Pacquiao that you can teach other fighters coming up?
And I think we lost him, which he kind of answered that one a little bit. Kind of had touched on that when I asked. But if we get him back, hopefully we can finish the questions. But that was... Oh.
Is he there? There he goes.
There we go.
Did you miss the question, Mark? Marvin? You got it?
Bear with us as we do try to get Marvin Samodio back on the show.
Yes, sir. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. This is our second show of the day. If you haven't already subscribed.
What's the question?
So the question was, how well do you think Pacquiao would have done against Spence had that fight happened?
I think he would do well. He'd do good. The thing when he fought Ugas, there's some changes, and I think he just lost his focus.
What's your thoughts on Pacquiao announcing that he's coming back after the 2 exhibitions?
I support him. Whatever he wants, I support him. He was already 8 division champion when he helped me. He brought me over to his team. So whatever you want to do, I'll just support him. I can't tell him what to do.
Last question from Brandon in Houston. He says, "What's up, Coach? Thanks for coming on. When you study tape preparing for Virgil, what is a skill he has that he possesses that would be problematic?"
Yeah, Virgil is not just a strong fighter. He can box, and he likes to counter. So it's gonna be difficult, but we will study. We will try it in sparring what we can do, and we'll work on it.
All right, Coach. Well, those are all our questions, man. We want to thank you for coming on. I know you got to get back to work. We do appreciate you. If you want to give out any social media for anybody that isn't following, you can do so. Now is the time.
Yeah, thank you so much for this chance. I don't talk too much, but for this one, thank you, and I appreciate giving me the time. Just follow me on my Instagram, Marvin Somodio.
All right, Marvin, thank
you,
you, and we appreciate you giving us the
Thank
time.
you.
You know the number to call in if you want to call in and voice your opinion, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. We going out to Texas. 8:30, new caller. Who this?
Yo, how's it going? This is AB with Roundtable Boxing.
AB?
Yes, sir.
AB, Roundtable Boxing. Talk to us.
Yeah, so I think this whole thing, with Spence and Thurman, there's two sides to it. On the most, recognizable side is fucking bullshit. It's a dirty move from Spence. Cutting guys off from an opportunity at his, weight class where he has the titles at, and not giving them that fucking that chance to fight and that chance to make a name for themselves as prospects. But on the flip side, I mean, once you start comparing that fight, it is technically a more it's a more attractive fight than what we saw Terrence Crawford, in. Keith Thurman, you know how he's gonna come out. He's gonna come out talking shit. He's gonna come out confident. He's gonna sell the fight.
Yeah, but
Keith
let me
Thurman
ask you
always
something.
sells the fight, and
I get that argument, but haven't all Earl fights been more attractive than Crawford's fights?
Yeah, they have. They
all
have
right,
been.
so
I mean, he's fought,
so what's the
more
difference?
names.
What's the difference? Why all of a sudden this fight is only okay because it's better than Crawford's? He's the big fish. He's the one with all the welterweights on his side of the street. They didn't offer Crawford no 3-fight deal. They didn't offer Crawford a 3-fight deal. They gave him only the Spence fight.
Yeah, because that's the money fight. That's the fight that everyone wants to get made. And if Errol Spence is out here ducking him and ducking the obvious fight that everyone wants to see with substituting with a name that, it's a bigger name than whoever the fuck Crawford fought. It's a bigger name, and he wants to cover it up and say, hey, well, look, I'm fighting a big name, and that's that he's supposed to cover it up with a Keith Thurman fight, which, true boxing fans will see that. And like I said, it's fucking bullshit. It's something that he shouldn't be doing. Keith Thurman is on his way out. He wants to get a cash cow. I mean, look at what Mikey Garcia did. Look at what Sean Porter. Well, no, not Sean Porter, but all these welterweights that had big names that were on their way out. They all fought Errol Spence to get that big cash cow and retired. And who's to say that Keith Thurman isn't doing the same thing? So that's why I think it's a bullshit fight. These boxers they think more about money than legacy. Like, fuck it, fight the best. If whoever wins wins, but you got that name on your resume now, and it's a legacy. Look at Marcus and Pacquiao. They fought like 4 times, and both of them are legends. Both of them are going down at the Hall of Fame, but because they never dug nobody and they never tried to say, hey, well, you know what, I'm going to take this name because it's more attractive than the person that I was supposed to fight fought.
Exactly, champ.
So
Listen, man. I'm rocking with you, man. I agree with you.
So, I mean, it's like I said, it's bullshit,
But to the common boxing fan, to the person that has seen Keith Thurman fight, that has seen Errol Spence fight, it's an attractive fight. Yeah, it's a good fight, but it's fucking bullshit because, like I said, he's going up to a weight class where he's not going to fight for any fucking title and shutting these guys out that are potential prospects, to be able to make a name for themselves, and maybe they could get a paycheck, but, he's not doing that. I think Crawford, it's probably a frustrating situation to be in because, like how you had mentioned right now, Crawford hasn't really fought too big of names, out there, and Errol Spence has. So technically Errol Spence is A-side, but of course he's ducking that fight. And I mean, if it's because, he's had these injuries and, outside of camp, these accidents and he knows that, hey, maybe he's vulnerable in some places and doesn't want to make that fight. I mean, shit, who knows? But I mean, I just think it's fucking bullshit. And this isn't the only division that it's happening in. There's many other divisions that this is happening in, but like I said, we as a boxing community, we need to push forward that we don't give a fuck about an undefeated record. What we give a fuck about is high quality fighters fighting high quality fighters. Win or lose, you gotta respect it. Hey, yeah, he fucking lost. Yeah, but he fucking fought him. He's not out here fighting a guy that's, a cab driver that's 36-14 and has no knockouts, or just someone with a bum record. He's fighting someone that he should be fighting, that's supposed to be in the ring with him. And if he loses, I don't see it as like, hey, he fucking lost, throw it in his face. I see it as, hey, he had the balls, he went up and fought him, he came up short. If it was a fight that you can tell wasn't a competition at all, okay, well, maybe he doesn't deserve a rematch. But if they go out 12 rounds, throw in a rematch, that's going to make more money. You never know. There's so many opportunities, but they're just not taking that. And that's where boxing is failing, because we're seeing this us as a boxing community puts that O before anything, like, oh, this fucker was undefeated, so he's the best. Like, no, that's not how it is.
All right,
bro,
champ. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you voicing your opinion. Rob, Baltimore.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Hey, Mr. Gibbs, I was fucking with you yesterday, right?
I don't take anything personal.
I'm just saying, yo, you hung up. I expect you to hang out. I was fucking with you. I hope you acting good, though. But nah, hey, yo, can you give Coach Dan on?
I reached out, no answer. They hiding, man. They
you got us now?
They know everybody want answers to this bullshit.
You got his number?
Of course.
Damn. Yeah, that's some bullshit. I hope Keith don't take this fight, y'all. If Keith take this fight, then it's just to beat his ass. It's just genuinely hate. I mean, you gotta say though, like, you know what I mean? Spence, it's built up now. It's built up hate. Like, they Keith wanted this fight to be built up. It's built up now, genuine hate. Like, I hope he don't take the fight though. You know what I mean?
According to Keith Thurman already accepted it via message through his team.
See that. I see that. I see that they're closing on the deal. But yeah, well, Keith just want to beat his ass. It ain't, you know what I mean? This is on some just genuine hate type shit now. This ain't even on no buzz. This ain't even no for the sport. This is just strictly just gonna beat his ass and show I'm better than you type shit.
I mean, I don't know that it mean all that for Keith, because for Keith it's still the same thing. Win or lose, I mean, not win or lose, but if the belts is on the line or not, as long as he beats Earl, he's the man. Don't nobody give a fuck about Crawford and Earl if you lose to Keith. You ain't the real welterweight champ.
Nah, but see, yo, the thing is, Keith just ain't been active, yo. Like, to come back and be fighting.
And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. So what if he do win?
If he do win, that'd be incredible.
All right, then.
That'd be incredible. But I'm going to tell you, Crawford and Boots will be a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Crawford wants to do other things.
No top welterweight. You said what happened?
I said, I'm sure Crawford wants to do other things.
Yeah, but that's the fight that, I mean, Moose should be calling out Crawford because he can't. I mean, well, he could probably beat the Thurman right now, but he can't. I ain't got him beating Spence though. Moose needs to just calm his little ass down and just build his resume. I mean, but I mean that'd be sad. Keep this to his legacy, and lose to Spence at 154. Like that'd be a goddamn shame.
You think it's a shame if Keith loses to Spence at 154?
Yeah, I mean that's because Keith don't even want to be at 154. Keith want to make his legacy at 147.
So then why are you taking a fight?
And then he go up and lose to Spence country ass. Like, man, come on, man. Like, and he better than Spence, but he just not active. You know what I mean? Like, coming off of a tune-up fight, like, and then, nah, man, I don't want to see Thurman go out like that. Like, I don't want to see him have that on his record with 2 losses, one to, you could arguably say, well, Pac is past prime, or you can make it seem like Pac still has some juice in him. He's the best welterweight of all time, okay, but then he lose to Spence, who's just a good fighter and not no Hall of Fame in my book, but like, nah, like, you know what I mean? That'd be fucked up. Like, keep better than that, yo.
All right, champ.
Keep shit fight. All right, get out with y'all.
Appreciate the call,
let's
champ.
see. This is, where is the 774? It's right next to Chicago in the numbers, but it's not. It's Boston.
Right next to Chicago.
And this is Georgie. Yeah, because y'all 773.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that's our phone neighbor.
Hey, yo! What's happening, people? Gotta go gladiate up in this bitch. Are you not entertained? Once again, these goddamn mafias on the greed. Listen. That's why you cannot be a fan of any of these cats. They're all down with the dirt. As soon as that phone call comes along, baby, they program. Stay on code. Yeah, Mr. Al. Yes, Mr. Al. People don't give a fuck about you. And that's not only Al Helmer. Fucking Crawford tell you. Listen, I'm looking for fucking family wealth that goes down through generations. These people think about their family. They're spoiled secondary, B. We got to accept that. And we're going to go instead of voice of the people, the pirate fucking voice, let's go the pirate voice. Because I ain't supporting none of these motherfuckers, Greed. Listen, that fight don't make no sense. The only way that would be acceptable is at 147. That's the only way. These people could see the outrage that we got. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm about to send some fucking hate mail, nigga. Straight up hating every single email to these motherfuckers. Maybe as a collective we can make them, listen, at least make it 147. Save the fucking pay-per-view, my nigga. Save it. But then again, what they're going to do, they're going to come out, oh, we really pleased with the numbers. We sold out. Blah, 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 blah. And ain't no way to verify. It's like money really becomes secondary because the agenda of what they want you to believe precedes money, baby. We will never find out these fucking numbers. Everything is a fucking success. It's played out, people. That shit played out. Boycott every single one of these cocksuckers. Say boxing. Fuck the boxers. Fuck the mafia. That don't represent boxers. The people do. Not them. Not the boxers. Not the mafias. Us. Everybody support TBB, donate, sign up, the whole nine. Gotta go.
All right.
Let's go, champ.
Listen, guys, let's keep it to the show because if you call me, DM me with the Spence shit, I'm just gonna kind of block you, like, cause I don't got time to text my answers. I'm saying it right here. Like, I don't want to debate you in text, man. Take your shitty ass fight and pay for it. I'm not paying for it. I see the Spence fans making videos already about what we said and how I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. Tell the world I'm not paying for it. We gonna have a house party at my shit. We housing that fight. Everybody gonna gangbang the fuck out that pay-per-view. You watch. Mac, what up? BX.
Yo, Nas, Danny, what up?
Yo.
I called last week, and I was telling you how, Keith Thurman still got it, how they should have gave him Ugas, and they went and they gave him one better. How y'all feel about the fight?
I mean, you heard how I feel. I ain't buying it.
Oh, my bad. I just tuned in, Nas. I just tuned in. But I hear you, man. But that don't mean you're not watching it.
Oh nah, I'm not buying it. I'm watching it for free.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, man, I just wanted to call in, say what's up.
For those people asking me in the chat, why you watching it? Because I'm going to do the same thing. The way they trying to fuck me, I'm going to fuck them. You see, they trying to fuck me out of $80, so I'm going to fuck them out of $80 by stealing it. See how that works? Y'all better get y'all shit together.
Word. Appreciate the call, champ.
Yes, Ness admits he's stealing. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to steal it on my phone as I drive my vet. I'm going to steal that
Who
shit.
next?
Looks like Jonathan Sims. Or am I wrong? Jamar, my bad.
Hello.
Yep, Jamal Fowler, you there?
Yep.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing?
Man, holding on with both hands. But, hey, I just had to call in, and ain't gonna lie, man, the pettiness of this guy, Errol, man, to me, ain't got there's no limit to it. You know, he promised he wouldn't give Keith a shot at them titles, and that's what he doing right now. You know, with this, I don't know what to do. Like, I made the post on this little Facebook boxing post, and they banned me for it, but I was being silly and facetious. And what I said was, I was like, man, yo, these guys don't fight each other no more. Well, make sure I dedicate my time to tell people how to stream this shit for free, you know? Because they keep giving us fights that we don't want to see. And I was just being facetious. They kicked me off that joint. But to my knowledge, I keep hearing people say that he didn't, like, let go of the belts. Is that true? Is he still holding on to the belts at 47 but having a fight at 154? Am I hearing that correctly?
That's absolutely what he's doing. Holding up the division is called.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, and I'm not going to lie to you, man. When I look at, like, we got to remember, Floyd said the fight wasn't going to happen. And Floyd said him and Al Heyman are like this. So when you negotiate with them, you're doing it with him. To me, they kind of following that same blueprint. And it's a fucked up day for boxing, man. Like, I wish people wouldn't buy that fight. I feel bad for Keith, you know, because, like I said, Keith should have fought Errol. But then you got to look at it. To me, Errol was boots at that time. And he like, man, I'm not going to fight you. It's too much risk, you know. And Errol never let that shit go. And I don't know, man, this is a terrible day for boxing, my guys. But I wish the WBC and all them guys, I wish they strip them by their belts so that division can keep moving on. Thanks for the call, man. Danny,
for sure.
Man. I love y'all show, man. Both of y'all. Thank y'all.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So there's a lot of people in the chat that, you know, you're new because you're a little fish lover. So, you know, I see guys like DJ who I'm going to just send you to the Phantom Zone because, you know, that's the only way y'all learn. So I never asked for this fight. Actually, you know, my relationship is rocky with Keith because I specifically said Keith was an injured bird. There's a short that's gone viral of me saying he's an injured bird and he should not fight Earl or Javon next. So I never wanted this fight. And the only reason I accepted it is because a mandatory is law. If this is not a mandatory, it's a voluntary. If this is a voluntary, I don't need to see it because I didn't ask for it.
It's not a voluntary.
Well, it ain't for the fucking belt, and it ain't a mandatory. So if it ain't mandated, what is it?
He fighting.
A voluntary.
When you say voluntary, though, you're
I'm not saying voluntary defense. A voluntary fight versus a random fucking dude that's not ranked at 54.
Yeah, he taking a tune-up.
Oh, he don't do tune-ups. Wrong word.
No, shit. It ain't. If it ain't a title defense, then what do you call it?
OTKP. I don't care about that. See, because you don't understand. I'm not about to be like these other channels that keep a cock in my mouth. I don't do that for friendships. You know, if you're doing some bullshit, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell Danny, like, yo, fams, what you doing is wrong. I'm your friend. I'm going to tell you. If as your friend you can't receive that information like that and you think I'm your enemy, so be it. But I seen you not look good in the Barrios fight. You not ready for for Earl. That's not only just me, that's what the world think. Now, cool, you getting your opportunity to prove it. But if you want to be a guy that doesn't fuck with me because of my opinion, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. These dudes ain't helping me do nothing. I'm going to make money regardless, whether I talk about them or not, whether they fuck with me or not. Earl don't fuck with me, and I'm making money off his ass right now. So y'all better get it the fuck together. That shit do not matter to me. I don't give a fuck who cares and who does not. I've been doing this for 5 years because of me. This is my vent. This was my way to talk and get my voice out there. Just so happen people give a fuck. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. This was a hobby that turned into what it is. It ain't going nowhere. Why? Because there are hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers that feel just like me. We will not stand for the abuse no more. You're not just going to give us pay-per-views with dudes coming off losses and dudes coming off injuries and dudes that can't speak English. Man, get the fuck out of here. No, sir.
Who next?
We stealing now. This channel never promoted stealing. I shamed people that were stealing. I said God was watching when you were stealing. Oh, but you're not just about to take our money. You're not just about to give us shit and tell us it's a chocolate cake. Oh, no. We about to have fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, feel me?
What? You feel like what?
Yeah,
what you about to do? You about to lie and say it's a good fight?
Nah.
What?
Saying,
so what you saying?
I ain't finna promote stealing.
You don't gotta promote it.
You
don't gotta
get
promote
together.
it. You don't gotta promote it.
You know, get together.
You don't gotta promote it. But guess what?
$8 for 10 people.
You do it. I don't do it. I've never stole a fight. I'm going to steal a fight.
Yeah.
I've never stole a fight. Only fights I've ever stole is when Matchroom never did USA fights and we had to steal Sky Sports.
Shit was whack. I remember having to get like
you best believe y'all not getting my $80 no more for garbage paper.
Nah, I ain't never said I ain't do it. I just said I don't promote it. You know what I'm saying?
No more.
Do as I say, not as I do.
And I'm not shaming people no more. I'm not helping y'all numbers for these garbage pay-per-views. It's not happening no more. No more am I using the biggest show in the world when it comes to boxing to help you lie about your trash fight. No more. Never gonna happen. Big Gucci Nick, what up?
What up, man? Shout out TBV. Y'all smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, man. I mean, listen, we gonna have these two guys fighting anyway, and they gonna fight at a heavier weight with more power, man. In my opinion, that was like a savage move from Spence, man. Like, he said he wouldn't fight that man, and if he has to fight that man, he ain't gonna give him the opportunity because my man didn't give him the opportunity. I mean, I'm cool with that, but like,
how are you cool with that? How are you, like, y'all gotta stop calling in here saying y'all cool with another man having weird feelings, okay, holding weird ass grudges in a sport and making you pay for his fucking feelings. So he don't want to give a shot to Keith, so you got to pay for it, and you okay with that. Man, wake up, bruh. You wasting my time like I ain't got a schedule.
Man, listen. He
Yo. All right, Champ.
Nothing to say.
Appreciate the
When you tell
call.
these motherfuckers the truth, it's nothing to say. They run out of fucking shit to say. Come on, how you gonna say it's all right? Oh, he don't like him, and because he don't like him, I don't like him either. You guys are fucking followers, man. You bunch of weirdos. You got pushed in lockers in high school. Fucking punks, man. Sound whack, man. I can't stand. I swear to God, I've never met so many weirdos in my life, bro. Philadelphia, what up?
Yo, what's up, man? It's Leo.
What up, Leo?
What's up, man? I respect everything you saying right now because he definitely doing some little girl shit. Like, that shit weird, man. Right, because I don't respect Earl after that. Like, he was one of my favorite fighters because he put the pressure on you, boxer, puncher. But you doing some petty shit. Like, come on, dog. You know how boxing work. He know how it work because you not trying to give Jerron that shot. You mean? So
he a hypocrite,
doing the same
man.
thing.
He a hypocrite.
Yeah,
Nobody
like
want to tell him the fucking truth. Nobody want to tell him the truth.
Yeah.
Jerron and is sitting there fight after fight calling his fucking name out. He say the word Errol Spence. He call him big fish. He say we got the bait. We fishing. The fishing here. We're all this fish. So why you don't have that same energy you had with Keith? Keith ain't give you a shot.
Exactly.
So you doing the same shit the motherfucking Jerron Ennis, but it's okay because all these other little guppies, his fan base, they blind. They blind.
No, real right. Because I'm not paying for that joint neither. Because it's like that shit should have at least been a title match. Like, come on, like that's just bullshit. And what's up too, Danny, man? I be seeing you on the ring walks, man.
What up, champ?
Man, like your interviews too.
Appreciate you.
And it's definitely one of the best box. It's definitely the best boxing show I ever seen.
Don't steal this fight, y'all. Like, let's get together, order. You know, we charge $8
Man,
a head.
hell no.
I ain't say I was gonna steal it.
Hell no.
Yeah, we charge $8 a head. $8 a head. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
and
yeah, I
10
know people that
Nah, we
I
can
know
take
people
that
that
$8 a
buy
head
the
and have a fucking buffet. If
I don't know what
$8,
$8 buffet you ever been to,
what you
champ.
talking about, bro? Come on, man. If everybody give you $8, we can't call somebody to come cater for us.
For $80, you want to feed 10 grown-ass men.
Yeah, you right about
What?
that.
You
Shit,
can't
I
feed.
mean, listen, I'm a chef, so I cater for that joint.
Bro,
Yeah,
my man don't know what he talking about. So now I can't get a couple bandejas of rice and meat for $80.
Oh no, you said cater. So I'm thinking.
I mean,
I'm thinking somebody.
Eight people or more is a cater. Like, what is up with Danny today, man?
So you think you getting somebody to come feed you
good,
for $80?
I'm good.
He want a gourmet joint. He trying to get the
No.
gourmet
I'm
cater.
just saying. I can't
He
realistically
capping it at
see.
80. He capping it at
Brother,
80. He only
said
want
charge-
10 people in his house now.
That's what I said, and you said no. Better
Little
yet,
ass fight party.
that's what I said, bro.
Get your little ass fight party out of here.
Bro. Honestly,
Y'all watching the fight on
bro,
with
honestly,
10 people.
Honestly, I stopped having fight. I fucking hate fight parties. I fucking hate. Personally, the fight parties and me don't. I fucking hate them personally.
And
I stopped throwing them years ago. Cause you invite them, truthfully. If you're lucky, you have one person that knows as much as you.
All y'all Errol Spence fans DMing me saying, "Stop saying I'm stealing. Tell Earl give his fire stick back." Crawford seen it.
And it's crazy because I'm really I'm still an Errol Spence fan, but he just really left a sour taste in my mouth after that. Like, it's like, come on, dog. Like, you be talking all that, no tune-ups, and I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this what he doing. I feel like he trying to. I feel like he moving up to 54 because he planning on vacating, but I feel like he gonna move up to 54, and it's like a little tune-up for 54 for him.
He don't do tune-ups.
And just to see how. No, I'm saying to see how he feel. I'm not even saying a tune-up as far as Keith Thurman. I'm saying like he tuning his body to see how he feel at 54 because he planning on just moving up. I feel like this is like a tryout for him.
All right, champ. Let me get to some other callers, man. I do appreciate you calling in, Leo. Looks like we got Huang in Houston.
Man, shout out TVV because you guys keep it 100. Man, this ain't no good at all. And really, man, we gotta boycott PBC. They ain't giving us no good fights for pay-per-view. This is some free Fox PBC thing we need to be watching half the time that they giving us for pay-per-view. Nah, I ain't feeling it. At least with Top Rank, whatever I pay monthly for the app, they give me something. I can't remember if there was even a fight on Showtime, the Showtime app last month that I paid for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going to give you some shit in Minneapolis. That's what you get on your Showtime app. You get Jamal James versus Alberto Parada. You get Ponce in a purse bid fight, versus Matias. And who's the other guy you said is on that card, Danny?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a double-headed championship card. Oh yeah, you got Figueroa and fucking
Fulton in an interim fight.
Bro, in an interim fight, cool, but let's not act like that wasn't one of the fights of the year nominees.
It's an interim fight.
Damn, champ, you was just praising it. That's crazy.
What? So I don't get why they're mad that I'm using English. Are they not fighting for an interim title?
Yeah.
So why are you upset?
I'm not. You trying to shit on it like
how? All I said, it's an interim fight.
Okay, but that was your response to it was a fight of the year candidate.
No.
And you're like, but it's for an
Danny,
interim.
Danny, it's my response this morning. Remember when the kid was like, yo, but they fight. I said, yeah, they fighting for an interim title. He's like, they're not fighting for no title, the interim title. It's the same energy. Like, you just receiving it differently for whatever reason.
He was talking about it wasn't for no title.
And I kept screaming it's for an interim title.
Right.
So now I'm saying they're fighting for an interim.
And now, okay, so once again, it was fight of the year nominee. So is it not a good fight?
Okay, and it's for an interim.
Okay, so because it's for an interim and not for the full.
Why isn't it for the full again?
It's not worth.
Why isn't it for the full?
So I'm trying to figure out, because it's an interim and not the full, it's not worth the Showtime subscription.
Why isn't it not for the full?
Shit, because dude, whoever the fuck got the title got the title.
Who?
Whoever the fuck got it, bro. I don't fucking know.
What division they fighting in? Since you've refused to answer, I'll look up the answer.
Since I refused to answer.
I mean, I'm sure you know what division Fulton is fighting in.
Yeah, they're fighting at 126.
And you know what division he fought at.
He fought at 22.
Okay.
You ain't know that?
Which means he's at 26, so then I should be looking for the 26-pound WBC champion, right?
But the WBC ain't that Maxayo?
No, he lost to Ray Vargas.
And Ray Vargas is now okay, yeah, so Ray Vargas is moving up to fight.
So again,
yeah.
For our $10 a month, $15 a month, they're doing the same thing that Top Rank does. This is what Top Rank does, right? Like when Valdez moved up, Shakur was waiting right there with his hands for the belt. When Shakur moved up, Navarrete was waiting right there for the belt. Navarrete's moving up, Robisi's waiting right there for the belt. This is what they're doing, Ray is moving up. He's going to fight Oshaki. He going to wait till see if he win. If he win, he'll vacate the title below. The interim champ, Stephen Fulton, if he wins, he'll get elevated.
I doubt it.
It's a lot of positioning and bullshit.
He got a big money fight at 22 that he's already acknowledged.
Who?
In Norway.
You talking about Fulton?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, his intentions is to come back to 22 for that fight.
I mean, I never seen Al do business with Mr. Honda because, never once when Nonito was with Al did he do business with Mr. Honda. The fight that Mr. Honda did with Nonito was with Probellum, not with Mr. Honda. So, yeah, I would like to see Stephen get that shot at a Mr. Honda, a Inoue fighter. Show me that.
Well, it'd be Inoue get the shot at Fulton. He the champ. Yeah.
Let's see. Because isn't Inoue a big draw? Bro. Isn't Inoue a big draw? Like, don't most of his fights, where do they happen at? Let me just look it up since this is going to be difficult.
Nah, Japan. That's,
okay.
common sense.
And You're saying it's going to be 22?
Word.
At 22?
Correct. And no way undisputed.
Oh, he's going to challenge Fulton only. Okay, because he's undisputed at 18.
Yeah, and
he's moving up with the WBO Super Champ.
Yeah, he used
okay.
his
So he's doing the
thing.
Canelo. He's doing the Canelo with the WBO.
Yeah.
When he asked to fight Billy. Okay. Okay.
Nah, I mean, he was already, Canelo was already, that was just a unification. He doing
Well, then
Crawford,
it was Billy.
He's doing the Crawford. He's doing the Crawford to on
Crawford
Horn.
to Horn. Crawford
On
to Horn.
Horn.
But
He
Billy
using-
did it too. Billy did it.
Okay.
He was the WBO champ, and that's how he got the 68 shot at Akakov.
Yes. At 68. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even see this happening.
Okay.
Let me Google Inoue.
I don't know. That's hard though. People talk about what you paying for a pay-per-view. Like, I mean, like you talk about like a monthly subscription. That for me, that's hard because it's like I'm not only watching
he
boxing
did fight
on
in
Showtime.
America.
I'm not only watching boxing on ESPN. So for me, they overly giving me my bang for my buck. You know? Shit, Showtime. Yeah. You must have not heard what the fuck I just said.
You said, I mean, all I heard is they're overly giving you your bang for your buck.
I said pay-per-view is one thing, but the monthly subscription, Showtime and ESPN, I don't only watch boxing on that. So I'm overly getting a bang for my buck.
Yeah, because you're
I mean, Showtime don't got shit else. I watch, but all the movies and shit that they have, like I'm getting my $8 worth a month. I'm not.
Ooh, $8.
That's what it is with the Hulu ad on $8.
Oh, that's right. You got the triple play.
Nah, yeah, I got that, but I'm saying you add.
But
like,
wait, I got the triple, but not with Showtime. I got it with something else.
But I'm saying
Disney
I add Showtime
to that and get it for $8.
Yeah, like the triple's always Disney, Hulu, and ESPN, but I got Showtime added and I got Stars added. You know what I'm saying?
You rocking with Stars too.
Yeah, the 50 doing his thing on Stars.
Oh,
but that's what I'm saying. Like with those, I can't complain at all because I'm getting my bang for my buck.
As
for
a
sure.
boxing subscriber, I'm complaining. You see, that's what they want you to believe. That it's
See,
like,
before,
no,
I would only get Showtime the months it was a good fight. Like when I was in high school.
Yeah. You was being economical, and that's what we should do from now on.
Like I would
because
look at it like a $8 pay-per-view. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Like Lomachenko, bro, I only ordered HBO like when Lomachenko was fighting because I liked him early in his career. And everything else was on pay-per-view. So Lomachenko would fight early in his career. I just, get HBO for a month. But yeah, champ.
Elijah, what up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
How's it going today, you guys? How you doing? Long shows today. You guys are working hard, man.
Oh yeah. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I wanted to. Got to. I wanted to chime in about the Errol Spence thing, man. I'm such a huge Spence fan, but this is just a hard move to respect, man. You can't really respect what's going on right now. I mean, either drop the belts or fight him at 147, man. He's not a tune-up. He's still a hard fight. He's only 34. He's only lost once. I know he's had a long layoff, but he's not a guy you just walk through in a couple rounds. This isn't tune-up at all. And so if you're really like a man like that and you think you're the man, be the bigger man. Take the fight at 147, angle the belt right in front of his face, and beat him. That'll be more respectable than any of this, like, I'm going to move up and fight you because I told you I'll never let you see these belts. Like, bro, if you are confident in yourself, you never will see them. Just give him the title shot and then win if you're that confident in yourself. But, like, moving up, it's so weak, man. It's just weak. And I'm a huge Spence fan, so it's, but I'm not biased or anything. Like, it's not hard to admit that this is weak shit, man. Weak shit, weak sauce. I probably won't be purchasing the fight either. Especially not if it's like the same day as Tank and Ryan or something like that. Hell no. But yeah, man, I hope that some sort of public outrage over this because the fight's so far away. Maybe something will change between then and now. But knowing boxing, that's probably unlikely. But yeah, man, I hope I hope that once this is all over with, and if he does go through with it and all that, he'll do something respectable afterwards, so I can start liking him again, because he's one of my favorite fighters to watch in the ring, man. But I just wanted to tune in, give my thoughts. You guys have a great one. Peace out.
Nice.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in, voicing your opinion with us here. Let me see if we got anything else we need to get to. If you're on Blog Talk and you feel like I ain't gone to you, that's because you haven't pressed the 1 button. Hitting that one time gives me the indication you're ready to rock and roll, and we could get you on the show so that you can voice your opinion. Looks like
Anybody? Or we got to everybody, champ?
we got some super chats.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Yeah, HBO Boxing After Dark used to give us some good fights.
Looks like Best Dad Ever says, shouldn't you be questioning the WBC if it's such a problem? Why did the WBC allow it? If Thurman is the mandatory at 147, need to call Mauricio. Sounds like you're protecting Earl, but I did call Mauricio, and he asked me what time. I told him 2 times. I need him to give me the okay, which he hasn't done yet. So we trying. $2 Super Chat New York Billet says, I know I don't call often, but I appreciate y'all, TBV. Shout out to you. Henry Bound says, how long Spence going to run from Crawford? $2 Super Chat. Stand on business boxing. Stand on business boxing, $5 Super Chat. Now we got Ugas coming out saying Crawford has turned down $15 million deal. How many excuses will we make for Terrence Bud Crawford? Man, what?
Me refresh boxing scene.
Where is that?
Yeah, no, I don't see it, champ. If it ain't on boxing scene, I don't believe it.
Yeah, man. And all I got is Ugas saying how it's unbelievable. He was in shock that they fighting at 54. He does say it's still a good fight. But he says it's sad that the belts are not on the line, Oh yeah, okay. It says it right here on his Facebook. He signed his contract, and Crawford took his $15 million contract and a historic boxing fight and responded with his excuses, announcing his fight against Avanesian for $10 million. But it's good that these things happen. So many fans give more value to the fighters who always want to fight against the best, who always want to give the great fights to the fans. So Ugas is claiming Pacquiao. Ugas is saying Crawford turned down $15 million. And he's standing on it. He's saying, I'm happy this shit is happening. So you could praise guys like me who actually fight.
Shout out to Ugas, man.
Holy mother of God. Well, remember there was a $15 million room. Remember the Old School Sports?
Nah, True Sports Media, some shit.
Yeah.
My man's down in Florida.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
Wow,
then
wow, wow.
everybody tried shitting on him when they came out, said it was no 3-fight offer.
I mean, Ugas ain't saying it's a 3-fight, but Ugas definitely said he took the $15 million deal and didn't do nothing with it. But moving on, we got Henry Brown says, no one wants to see Spence Thurman straight trash. $2 Super Chat. Henry Brown with $5 Super Chat says, all these years we've been waiting for Bud versus Spence for Undisputed. If that don't happen, abandon boxing. PBC is a joke. Really, really Coward's season. Wow. Henry Brown, $2 Super Chat. This is flame type stuff. We tired of Spence ducking. Texas Bulldog boxing. Thurman has 1 loss and is a former unified champion. Avanesian was a plus 600 underdog. As for 154, it's odd, but sounds like Keith didn't feel like making 147 too. Hey, Daddy.
Yep.
He's such a fan. He's not going to blame Earl for wanting to fight at 54 when Earl said it's getting hard making weight, when Earl been at 47 his whole career and started at 52 in the amateurs. No, it's Keith that wants to move up. Nino Brown, $5 Super Chat says, does he realize Keith beat Porter and Garcia before Spence even beat Brooke? Laughing my ass off. Keith was the big dog. Spence became the big fish after Keith layoff and loss. Jonathan Sims, $10 super chat says, Errol Spence Jr. versus Keith at 147 is a Mando in sanctioning bodies. Forcing it. 54 with no belt, big problem. And Errol Spence Jr. is solely at fault. He not a man of his word. The sanctioning bodies have no say at 54, but at 47, they in control. Well, I can't disagree with you there. It is only Earl that wants it at 54. And we got Simply Amira J with a 100 emoji sending a $100 sticker. We got Show Kid that says $2 super chat. Ness, what size those big fish shirts? They was extra large, man. They's extra large.
I took him, though. He was unappreciative. I said, I'll take him.
How could I be unappreciative of something I paid for? He unappreciative that he got us paying for all these shirts, souping us up, thinking we getting a fight we ain't getting. He just making millions off us. Millions.
Right.
Millions and millions of dollars, man.
Who we
It's
got
sad.
next, champ?
Right now, it looks like we got a brand new caller in California. Who's this? 310, what up?
What's going on? What's going on? Not much, man. So
What's
I'm
your name,
not gonna
brother?
claim to be some type of ex. My name's Mitchell.
Mitchell, talk to us.
Yes, sir. So I've become kind of a fan over the last 5-6 years with this boxing stuff. Is it me, or is it kind of seeming like Spence only wants to fight Crawford on a layoff?
Yeah, that's
On
what it
his
sound
layoff.
like. That's what it sound like.
Because if you look at it, okay, everybody's coming up with all, like the guy just mentioned the Ugas thing. Okay, whatever. But the fight got moved back from the 11th of November to January, February. So why isn't Spence fighting in January, February? Well, he's not going to fight. So, okay, well, why don't you fight Crawford in April, May? Well, he's not going to fight because Crawford has knocked off that layoff rush. Because now what's going to happen is if Crawford doesn't fight or have a fight lined up, I think he's going to call out Crawford after this Thurman fight and try to schedule something later 2023, which is going to be another layoff for Crawford.
Horrible. Well, champ, let me get to some other callers. I do want to announce it is drive-by mode. We got 7 minutes left. We got enough time for each caller, so if you can be cognizant of that and don't hog up too much time, you're going to leave some time for your fellow man in line. First come, first serve, though. So 347, we going to you. It looks like New York City, another new caller. Damn, I love it. What up?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up,
Listen,
brother? What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Antonio. Antonio from New York.
Talk to us, champ.
You Crawford fans are like, make no sense to me because you guys, you give Crawford props for fighting like Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Sean Porter when they was like 97 years old and shit, completely washed. But then Errol Spence about to fight Keith Thurman, who would it be? He's better right now than those guys were at that time, and you guys are complaining about this fight.
If he's so good, if he's so good, why
you not fighting him at welterweight?
He's fighting an unranked guy at 154.
Oh, because you know he has a problem with him, and he don't want to fight. So obviously he's saying it. He don't want to cut the weight, right? So he probably only wants to cut the weight to fight Crawford.
So what champion has ever done that? What champion has ever done that, and why you okay with it? When has Oscar said, I'm not going to make the weight for Pernell, but I'll make it for Floyd? I'm not going to make the weight for Floyd, I'll make it for Pacquiao. What the fuck type of weird shit y'all on?
Bro, he don't want to make that weight no more.
So why is okay with you?
Fucking ran from it.
My friend,
He was gonna make the weight. Yeah.
Earl don't want to make the weight, but why is that okay with you?
That's okay with me because the only fight we want to see him fight at that weight is Crawford. Nobody gives a fuck about
I just want to ask you another one then. So you think a dude that's telling you he can't make weight is gonna move up to not make weight to come back down to actually make the weight that he said he can't make. Yeah, let me get to some callers, man. Let me get to some callers, bro.
Appreciate it, though, man.
You in a delusion right now.
Come back tomorrow. We appreciate you.
You gotta be realistic.
About?
Yo, we on drive-by, champ.
I mean,
Crawford is running for he only wants to fight Crawford at that weight. So if it's not going to be for the belt, then who cares?
Okay, so cool. Let's say he does that, right? So who do you want to see him fight if he moves up?
Well, he's fighting Thurman right now.
Okay, so a super welterweight, an unranked guy. So Crawford defended his title because Avanesian was ranked in the top 6. Whether you like it, whether you know him or not, whatever. That
guy was fun. For Christ's sakes.
We gotta go, Antonio. We on drive-by. We got 4 minutes left.
Guys. Got it. Appreciate it.
4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. We're gonna try and slide in 1 or 2 more callers. It looks like we got Q in Newark.
Yo, Keith, one-time fucking Thurman. I tried to call in when y'all had the Boots show and say, Keith Thurman, I hope you get that Boots fight now because the wheels on that motherfucker is crazy. But as far as Earl, I want him to lose. I want him to go up and for Keith to beat him. Fuck it. If he don't want to make the weight and put the belts on the line, that's some, like the other caller said, that's some weak dog shit. And I fuck with Earl heavy. But that's some bullshit. You can't be the champ and not put your belts on the line. How you look for a loophole to put your belts on the line against a seasoned welterweight who was the man before he got hurt and had to take a layoff, and is trying to come get his spot back. What type of bullshit is that, bro? I hope Keith beat him, shock the world, beat him, and then let Earl go unify and lose millions because now he done lost and he lost the leverage a little bit, lose millions in the deal because can't do no bullshit like that. The only little slight pass that I give him is that maybe because of the car accident he had, he don't got enough time in his 147. But that's me trying to give him a little bit of a pass. I really think he's on some bullshit stuff. But that's all I got.
All right, champ. We got 3 minutes left. We're going to Jonathan Sims.
Yo.
What up?
What up, though? So, Danny, thank you for being the voice of reason. Like you said, please don't steal this fight. And like I said earlier, Ness, you spitting a lot of truth, but I just feel like it's from a hypocritical standpoint.
Earl's the hypocrite. Earl's the hypocrite saying he won't fight Keith, but he leaving Jerron looking weird.
And you're right about that. I'm not denying that. Totally right.
He mad at Keith for doing what Keith did, but he doing the same
we
thing.
on drive-by, you don't let him talk.
Hey, man, he triggered me.
Totally right.
I'm not like you, just sit there like a mummy.
So, and I appreciate that. But where the hypocrisy comes from is 3 months ago, dudes were roaches, scums of the earth, no good, God is watching. And the same thing that they said then while they were still in fights is what you're articulating now.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Because this fight didn't exist back then. This fight didn't exist.
No, but other fights.
And it wasn't to this magnitude. It wasn't to this magnitude. It wasn't a slap in our face like this.
For you, though. But maybe for the consumer,
60 seconds.
It wasn't. That's all I'm simply saying, man. All I'm simply saying is you got to calm down and really listen versus just getting on your soapbox. Because a lot of times you have to recant what you're saying.
I never recanted shit. I never recanted shit. You never heard me recant a motherfucking thing.
I never heard.
Not talking about feeling.
I ain't never heard Ness apologize or admit he was wrong, champ.
Exactly.
And that's But recanting as in you said you would never steal a fight. You said don't steal fights. Now you're promoting stealing fights.
Yeah.
That don't sound like backtracking.
No, we not stealing. We not stealing, champ. We just
this ain't recanting or backtracking.
Not, Danny.
My friend, I opened up the show. I opened up the show telling you for every action there's a reaction. So if you're going to sit on your hands, and allow yourself to be swindled, bamboozled, and cheated out of your $80, sorry. But with this man, when you act, I react. So if you're going to keep acting in this manner, giving me garbage pay-per-views, I'm going to tell my audience that's very big, one of the biggest in the podcast platform for boxing, to not buy your garbage. We don't buy hot garbage burning under the bridge. What we do with it is kick the fucking garbage can and peel the fuck off. NestGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one because you love listening to me because I tell you the truth. Not like Earl, who claims to be the truth. Now he's not defending those belts. No out.